¿Qué lo que mi gente? Welcome back to another video here on mi canal de YouTube. Yo, me llamo Demontre Brown. It is so nice to see you guys. Hi everybody. Today we're gonna do a Q&A. We're gonna jump right into the video, y'all, because there's really no need for a long intro. You know what I'm saying? Like, ustedes me entienden, ¿verdad? So vamos a entrar al video y voy a responder algunas preguntas que me hicieron hace unos días. So the first question that we have here is very, very simple. First of all, how y'all doing? Y'all look so good. Oh my god. Okay, so it says, which language have you found easiest? French, Spanish, or Korean? Let me go ahead and break it down for you, okay? When this question comes, when I get this question, for me, how do I want to say it? Spanish, I never included in there. And the only reason why I don't include it in there is because when I learned Spanish, as you guys may know from my other videos, if you're not new, if you're new here, how you doing? I've been hablando español desde los 8 añitos, entonces I never want to put this question in there because they're different times, right? So learning Spanish from the age of 8 years old versus learning French or Korean at the age of 20, that's not the same, right? So I never put it in there. But between French and Korean, depends on which aspect, right? So in grammar aspect, French is more easier because it is exactly like Spanish. Like literally they come from the same family, the Romance language family. And so that's what makes it easier in that regard. In terms of writing and reading, Korean has it 1000%. Like to read and write Korean is like simple, easy. I think I learned how to read Korean within like 2 horas. So like within 2 horas, like yo pude leer y escribir en coreano. Super fácil. Pero el francés is just difficult. Like to me, it's like the way it's written is not the way it's pronounced. Like it's weird. But to answer your question, it depends on what you're talking about. Also, Korean has this weird thing where like if you're talking to students, you talk like this. But if you're talking to adults, you talk like this. If you're talking to teachers, you talk like this. If you're talking to your younger sister, you talk like this. I mean, it's just a bunch of different forms and conjugation depending on who you're talking to that I personally feel are kind of unnecessary. It's a lot, but those are the easiest and difficult parts of each language that I think. Siguiente pregunta. Somebody asked, why did I start YouTube? Why did I start YouTube? I don't know if I made a video on this before, but the reason why I started YouTube was not because I wanted to, because my dad would always tell me like you could help people out there in Spanish. Like there's not really a lot of representation of black people on YouTube speaking Spanish, and you could like be the face, you could inspire other people to do that, you can be the inspiration to other black people out there who want to learn and they want to see that representation of themselves. And for me at the beginning, I'm like, that's crazy, like I'm not doing that. And I was really scared to get in front of the camera. I was shy. I'm like, I don't have a camera presence and all this different stuff. And then you guys literally proved me wrong. You guys there, you guys support, you guys like, you guys comment, you guys send me your DMs. Your DMs are like crazy to me. Like they literally like make me teary-eyed. They get me all like, I don't know, they inspire me to keep going. And so you guys can go ahead and give a thanks to my dad for this whole YouTube thing, because if it wasn't for my dad, I don't even think I would be on the platform, honestly and truthfully. So that's why I started YouTube, and I keep going because I enjoy it. I enjoy helping you guys with your languages, and I also like to inspire. So that's why. Someone says, is Duolingo good to use? It's good. Okay, so personally, I think that Duolingo, like, it's good for like learning vocabulary, is good for learning like sentence structure. I don't think you can become fluent only in Spanish by using Duolingo. No, but it can help you with words. It can help you to learn word order, the placement of words and how to form sentences, and vocab. I think that that's the main thing it can teach you: vocabulary, word order, and getting used to hearing the way things are pronounced and said formally. And the reason why I say formally is because like para ti is like for you, right? Formal. But if you're on the street, hey, yo, está pa ti, pa ti. They're never gonna talk like that. Pa ti, pa donde, ven pa acá. They're never gonna talk like that. Everything's always gonna be formal, as it should be when you're learning. I've never met anybody who's became fluent from Duolingo, but if you're out there, please let me know. Prove me wrong. Until then, I don't think so. Question will be, what are your plans for the channel? So I'm so glad you asked what the plans are for mi canal de YouTube. Yo tengo un montón de planes para el canal de YouTube. So obviously my plan is to keep growing, right? To grow in size, to grow in views, to grow. Just a community is mainly my thing. I want to build a space for people to come here to learn, to get familiar. Like some of you guys, I'm already familiar with you guys. You guys leave a lot of comments or DMs, but I'm already familiar with some of you guys, even from the DB Academy. And that's what I want. I want a community of people. So that's number one. The second thing I want to do is just show you guys like my journey with learning these other languages from zero, and like me in a year, me in 2 years. And then I also want to one day start traveling to these different countries and making more content out there. So just different stuff like that. Also, I want to expand the channel and start talking about my faith journey. I'm on this journey like with God and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. And I would love to share that with you guys and be able to look back in 3-4 years from now and be like, dang, I didn't know nothing about the Bible. And like 3-4 years later, like I know lots, right? So like those are my plans. And then anything that you guys suggest or recommend, like if you guys recommend or suggest me to do vlogs, I'll do vlogs. If you guys recommend, suggest me to do interviews, I'll do that. Like whatever it is that you guys want to see, I'm willing to do. do as long as it's appropriate, right? Because I know some of you guys be out here, y'all be doing the most. But siempre y cuando sea like apropiado, like yo lo voy a hacer. Yeah, those are the plans of my channel. If they change throughout the years, I'll let you guys know. But currently, right now, as of 2023, those are the plans of the canal. Somebody says, why don't you do vlogs and talk much about your personal life? Honestly and truthfully, the reason why I don't really talk much about my personal life is because this is a business, right? An establishment. No, but seriously, I don't talk much about it because it's kind of, not that it's irrelevant, but I come here to help you guys with your languages or to show you guys, you know, me, and like that's the purpose of the channel, is to teach you guys. The purpose of the channel is not to exploit my personal life, and also because there's not much happening where I live and what's going on, so to vlog would be so lame. Like there will be nothing going on, nothing happening, and it would kind of be like a waste of like a waste of storage space on my camera. So nothing's ever going on, which is why I don't. Am I opposed to it? Not really, but as right now, like where I am right now in my life, I don't see a need to put my personal life on social media, if that makes sense. Someone says, will you be bringing back the DB Academy? Very, very good question. Will I be bringing back the DB Academy? Yes. I don't know when. I don't know in what format. I don't know how. I do know I was thinking like I may charge like a small fee, like a $5 or $10 fee to join. I want to kind of figure out exactly what I want to do and how I want to do it before I start like having people like pay for stuff, obviously. But I do want to bring back the DB Academy. I loved it. I know that you guys love it too. A lot of subscribers came because of the DB Academy, and so I will bring back the DB Academy. The DB Academy will be back. I just don't know when or what format. So whenever I do, I will let you guys know and give you guys more details. Siguiente pregunta va a ser, when will the course be out? The course, I wanted it to be out this year, March, like on my birthday, but then I had to like do more research and stuff because I don't want to just put the course out on anybody's platform where they get 50% of my income or whatever. Like I don't want to do that. So I want to create my own like website and like have a place for you guys to go to like purchase the course there. So that's still in the works. The course, what I can say about the course is that the course will be out before the end of the year. I do know that. I don't know what month, I don't know what time, but I do know before the end of the year, before 2023 ends, like the course will be out. Yeah, just stay tuned for the course. Someone says, are you learning other languages through English or through Spanish? Very good question. Honestly and truthfully, all the languages that I learn, or like the little phrases and things that I'm learning, they all come, like I learn all of them through English. And it's not because I can't do Spanish, because I could. I just never thought about it. So it never came to my mind like, hey, I need to learn these languages through Spanish. No, it's just a lot of resources are found in English, and so it's just easier that way to get resources and books and all stuff in English. So that is the reason why I learned them through English. That's actually a really good question. Nobody's ever asked me that before. Have you talked to people using those languages, like French and Korean? Korean, yes. So I go to this like beauty hair supply store, and they're Korean, and we always speak together. Basic Korean, of course, but like we do speak, and they're always super happy, and they really encourage me to keep going, which is so cool. So yes, with that. With French, there's not really a lot of people around here that speak French, which is why I haven't really been even like learning a lot of French, because it's like no one around to practice. But yeah, have I used them? Yes, I have. This person left me a long comment. It says, hey Demontre, hey, what's up? I'm planning on starting learning Spanish soon, but I have a big question. I got into learning languages by learning my cultural language, and the thing that helped me reach fluency was practicing with native speakers. But for my native tongue, I had family around me all the time to do this, literally 24/7. But with Spanish, I won't have that. How did you practice with natives? So kind of the same thing that you just said, right? So your family spoke the language, you learned through them. Same thing with me. My family speaks Espanol, and I was able to practice and learn through them while doing other things outside of them as well. But I always had them to practice with. I also live in Texas, meaning if you've ever been to Texas or you know anything about Texas, we have a huge population of Spanish speaking people that live in the state of Texas. And so no matter where you go, if you go to a bakery, if you go to a gas station, if you go to a club, wherever you go, you will hear Spanish no matter what, right? This is a specific part where they don't. But if you go in like general grocery stores or shopping or whatever, you will hear Spanish, and it's just easy access. You can practice with people, you can ask questions. I mean, available to you 24/7. Like the access is there always. And so because of that, that's made it easier for me. Even though your family doesn't speak Spanish, do you have friends? Do you have anybody around you that can speak in your job or wherever that you can speak Spanish with? It doesn't have to only be your family. Different websites online where you can go to practice. I mean, there's lots of other things you can do with not having family that speaks Spanish. But yes, it would be easy if you had that access to that. So that's how I can answer the question for you. I think it depends on how much access you have, and that'll let you know, if you can practice a lot or not. Those are mostly all the questions that I have right now. It's just a short Q&A video that I had. Not really a lot of questions. Muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes por siempre apoyarme y siempre por ver mis videos, siempre por comentar. La verdad que los aprecio mucho. Estoy muy, pero muy agradecido y bendecido por tenerlos a todos ustedes aquí presentes en mi canal de YouTube. Si no fuera por ustedes, yo no estuviera aquí en el día de hoy. So thank you guys so much. Always supporting, always being here for riding with me. Voy a ver en mi próximo video. Chao.